Hello and welcome back to my channel. This is Teacher Onendi Guzman and our topic for today is multiplying rational algebraic expressions. Okay, in multiplying rational algebraic expression, we simply first express all the numerators and denominators in prime factors. So let's review what you have learned in multiplying fractions. So say for instance, okay, 8 can be factored as 2 times 2 times 2, while 4 can be factored as 2 times 2, and 9 can be factored as 3 times 3. Then remove, okay, the greatest common factor or the common factors. So I have here 3 in the numerator, and I remove here 3 also here. So factor it out. Also 2 and 2 and another 2 and 2. So the remaining factor in the numerator is simply as 1, while the denominator is 2 times 3. So the answer here is 1 all over 6. Similarly, if I have 5 over 7 is equal times 21 all over 35. So again, factor the numerators and the denominators. I have 5 over 7 times. The factors of 21 are 3 times 7, while the factors of 35 are 5 times 7. Again, remove the greatest common factor. So 5 and 5, 7 and 7. So what we have only here is, okay, 3 over 7. Okay, let's try another example. So I have here 3x all over 4 times 8x all over 9. Again, I'll factor out 3x as 3 times x, while 4 is 2 times 2 times 8x is actually 2 times 2 times 2 times x divided by 3 times 3. Then, remove the greatest common factor between the numerator and denominator. So, 3 and 3. Then, I have here 2 and 2, another 2 and 2. So, what we have in the numerator is x times 2 times x. So, it will give us 2x squared all over 3. Okay, let's have another example. If I have 4 all over 4 ab squared times ab all over 4. So, this can be factored as, okay, 4 can be factored as 2 times 2, while 4ab squared can be factored as 2 times 2 times a times b times b times a times b all over 2 times 2. Again, I'll factor out 2 and 2 here, a pair of 2 again here, as well as a and a, b, and b. So, what I have in the numerator is simply as 1, while the denominator is 2 times 2 times b is equal to 4b. So, the answer is 1 all over 4b. However, I can use a shorter way because I can factor out 4 and 4. Next, ab and ab squared. So, if I'll factor a and a, cancel it out, as well as b and b. So, b divided by b is simply as 1. B squared divided by b is b. So, again, multiplying, okay, here, 1 times 1 is 1, 1 all over. The factors of 4 times b is 4b. So this is another way of multiplying rational algebraic expression. Okay, so let's try this example. I have 12x all over 5y times 5y squared all over 6x squared. Again, the greatest common factor between 12 and 6 is 6. So 6 divided by 6 is 1. Then 12 divided by 6 is 2. And also, I can factor out x. X divided by x is 1. X squared divided by x is x. Next, 5 and 5 can be factored out. And y divided by y is 1. Y squared divided by y is y. So if I'll multiply the remaining factors, 2 times 1 times y, all over 1 times 1 times x, so come up with 2y all over x. Let's have next example. 3x plus 6 all over 5 times 10 all over x plus 2. Take note that the common factor between 3x and 6 is actually 3. So I'll factor it out. So I have now 3x divided by 3 will give me x. Then 6 divided by 3 is 2 all over 5 times the common factor of, the factors of 10 are 2 and 5. So again, applying the cancellation method, I can factor out here x plus 2. Since, let me write open and close parentheses here. So I factored out x plus 2 and x plus 2. Next, also 5 and 5. So the remaining factors are 3 times 2. Okay. So the final answer is equal to 6. Let's try the seventh example. I have 2x minus 2 all over 3 times 2 all over x squared minus 1. By inspection, 2x minus 2 has a greatest common factor of 2. So I factor it out. So again, 2x divided by 2 is x. 2 divided by 2 is 1. So just simply write negative all over 3. Next, if I'll factor this x squared minus 1, this is actually difference of two squares. Again, to factor this, take the square root of x squared, so that is x, and square root of 1 is 1. So simply write alternate the signs negative and positive, or you may try positive, negative. Next, then I can factor out, guys, the greatest common factor. So we have here x minus 1, okay, and x minus 1. So I have here the remaining factors as 2 times 2 all over 3 times x plus 1. Or I can rewrite this one as 2 times 2 is 4 all over 3 times x is 3x plus 3 times 1 is equal to positive 3. So the final answer is 4 all over 3x plus 3. Let's consider the next example. So x minus 5 divided by x squared minus 7x plus 10 times x squared plus x minus 6 all over 5. So again, before we multiply these rational algebraic expressions, let's factor first the numerators and denominators. So again, so x squared minus 7x plus 10 can be factored as, okay, as x minus 5 times x minus 2 because the factors of 10 are actually 5 and 2. And since the middle term is negative, so both of them are actually negative. And if we will add together negative 5 and negative 2, this will give us negative 7. So these are the factors of our denominator x squared minus 7x plus 10. Next, while the factors of x squared plus x minus 6, so let's factor first 6. So 6 can be factored as 2 and 3. Since this is negative, it means that one of the factors are actually negative. Okay? One of the factors is actually negative. So since this is positive, so meaning to say, okay, 3 is positive and 2 is negative. So therefore, the factors of this numerator is x plus 3 times x minus 2, okay, over 5. Now, since I already factored the numerators and the denominators completely, then I can use the cancellation method. So I can put here open and close parentheses. I can factor out x minus 5 and x minus 5. Okay, what else? X minus 2 and x minus 2. So since there are no other greatest common factor or common factor between the numerator and denominator, therefore, so the final answer is x plus 3 all over 5. To summarize our discussion in multiplying rational algebraic expressions, we have number one, factor completely both the numerators and denominators of all rational expressions. Number two, reduce the rational expressions by removing the greatest common factor between the numerator and denominator. And number three, rewrite the remaining factors, meaning to say, multiply the remaining factors. Once again, this is Teacher Onen de Guzman, and thank you. And do not forget to subscribe so that you will be notified about my new videos.